Hello, Aries. How are you? Welcome. I hope you're doing very, very well. Aries, let's see how your energies will be at this moment so you can use them to your advantage and see a situation from a new point of view. This reading is general. Take what resonates with you. If not, disregard the message. And it applies to everyone who has Sun, rising, Moon, or Venus in the sign of Aries. Aries, if you need a personal reading with me, you can write to the email shown on the screen, and I will send you all the information you need. Thank you. If you want, you can follow me on my other TikTok and Instagram accounts, where I will be posting new content for all of you. All right, let's channel a message. Sign of Aries. At this moment. Let's go. Aries, this starts with the Queen of Swords, the Page of Pentacles, the Ace of Swords, and the Page of Wands. Well, I feel that the Aries energy, and notice that it's very connected to making decisions regarding projects and also your finances, right? I feel like this is a time of great ideas, a time for making decisions, especially about your future and something new that you're going to try, most likely in your work life. This is like, well, I've studied the situation carefully, I've analyzed it, and now it's like, okay, let's take action, right? I've already made a decision. I have no doubts, right, about what I want to manifest in the project, right, that I want to start. The topic is intense. Pay attention. It's about communication and what you'll express. Sometimes I feel this is like advertising. It could be marketing, but that new idea that's starting to come through in your work, in your project, feels very strong these days, okay? So take note, right? Write down all those ideas that come to your mind, proposals, opportunities, because I feel like they're going to be giving that initial push, right? There's a lot of energy for taking that first step. Having decided to dare to do something, to dare to build something, to dare to take that initiative and that drive to try something new in the work field. Like, I feel that I discovered a new source of income. I feel that I discovered a new skill. I feel that I can develop this over time. I feel that there's a new goal I have in mind. I feel that this idea can produce a lot. Or even, I feel like I have the key to generate more abundance and more money in my life. So, what I feel is that these days you might have some kind of financial revelation, a revelation about money that changes the course of your financial life. It could also be that you take other measures regarding your finances, whether it's saving, investing, or investing in your work as well. This could also be an education, right? In new information. But everything you mentioned about this moment of changing direction on an economic level, I feel it's going to be very well supported. Okay? The energy is new. It's also like trying things out, right? It's about trying, not holding back, and launching, right? Launching this new proposal, moving forward with this new project idea. You have the information and you have the wisdom too. You also seem confident now, right? Ready to say this is the moment to launch. Let's see what else we have. Aries. We have over here the Ten of Pentacles. Good energy brings stability to your life. Let's see. Things look good at home in the household. We have here Temperance, the Seven of Swords, and Justice. Well, It is true that changes are coming, changes of direction in your finances. I feel that you've cleared it out. Yes, this is also for Aries, who are very perceptive of subtle energies. I feel like you've purified, like you've cleansed your finances or your work life of any intrusive energy, right? Like some dense energy, or if you felt there was some interference there. If you've been noticing any kind of blockage in your goals, in your work, if you felt that money was somehow blocked there as well,
Em,
this has to do with energies in your environment. That's why I'm talking about something here, like an intrusive energy. And I'm not necessarily referring to a person, although in some cases this could also have been attracted, right? Like those people who show up who maybe steal ideas, right? They compete, they work in the shadows. Like, I want something that belongs to you. I want to take some of your energy because it benefits me, right?
em,
People also kind of spy, like they spy on your stuff, right? Espionage, right? That's what I mean.
em,
I feel a bit of that energy. But now, what happens? It can manifest through a person or through thoughts, right? Intrusive thoughts.
em,
This is like I had a great idea to launch a project, to change direction financially, to create a new source of income, but I didn't have the courage. Or I kept postponing the decision, right? It's like I was about to do it and I didn't. I was about to do it and I avoided making the decision, right? Now, what's happened is that you have good energy, Aries, to control this, right? So that these intrusive thoughts don't make you avoid acting on an idea, but instead you get into the mindset of, okay, I made the decision. On this day, I launch this. On this day, I start this. So you have good energy here for making firm decisions, for not doubting, for not letting this energy make you doubt. That's why I see here that you've kind of cleansed things. You've cleaned things up. You've kind of cleared the space, right? Clearing the space is important. You also need to cleanse your workspaces. Where you work, where your energy is, okay?
em,
Also, the people you come into contact with, right? What kind of energy does this person have? What kind of person comes into your workplace as well? So, what I see here is that there is a kind of purification and cleansing. And this change, this purification will help you not only to be clearer with your goals, your projects, your finances, because your finances will start to become unblocked again, but also to take the initiative to reorganize your finances, to return to a balance, to feel stable, calm, abundant, and prosperous again, to start connecting with this energy again.
mm,
If you felt kind of distant from this mindset of abundance, right? Like if something has been cut off or there's been interference in the middle of it, right? You will be able to remove this discordant energy, right? Out of the way. It's like returning to balance again, right? Let's see what else we have. A lot of changes, right? A lot of economic changes, I feel, these days. What else? It's also about cutting. And I see that you have this big energy of what? What to cut? To cut off everything that's deceitful. Cut off deceitful or manipulative people. People who manipulate as well. People who come with strange financial proposals as well. To say, well, I've already realized the truth. I don't fall for this situation. There's something here that doesn't add up for me. I feel like this person is hiding something, right? It's like they're not showing their real personality. They want something. It's like you've noticed. We have the Six of Swords there. Let's see. what accompanies Aries. That's what I'm saying too, right? Be careful with outsiders who come with strange proposals that don't add up. You have the Six of Swords. We have the the Hanged Man, and the Six of Wands, Eight of Cups over here. There's a lot of energy around closure, right? There's a lot of energy around release, of closing a situation, of closing a chapter. And I feel this too, right? Like closing a chapter of confusion, closing a chapter of doubts, of uncertainty, of discordant energies. Closing a chapter where, as an Aries, you say, well, I won't allow anyone else to confuse me anymore, right? Now I already know my goals. I already know what's on the horizon. I already know where I want to go, where I want to be. And I see that these are also days when there will be a big change in vision. Important, right? A change in perception and perspective. You're going to be questioning your projects a lot. Also, your way of making money. Well, I feel like a big change is coming here, okay? So, what the energy is telling us a bit is that it's a bit like what temperance teaches us, right? Purification. And cleansing also means letting go of something, leaving something behind. Whether it's leaving a place where you can no longer shine, or leaving behind for example, if you were working with other people, for example, there was a partnership. There may be Aries here who become independent, right? Who start to find new directions, new paths, because something about certain people just hasn't felt right, right? I mean, well, I trusted this person, but I found out something, right? Something unexpected. So here we have an Aries who's looking for a new path. That's why the topic here is about letting go. About letting go and finding your new direction. Letting go and opening yourself up to something much brighter, something much more, something much bigger, I feel, right? This can also mean drastically changing your financial direction, the direction of your projects. If there's something that hasn't turned out the way you thought it would, question this. Say, well, why hasn't this worked out? Why? Where has the blockage been? Where has it been? Maybe I wasn't doing that thing right, for example. Or start focusing on new horizons, right? Start aspiring to something much bigger, something much more expansive. Okay? Therefore, I feel, Aries, that these are days of great transformation, right? That you're experiencing, especially on a financial level and in terms of projects in your life. That is it's going to have a big impact on your future because the decisions you make now have a long-term impact. It's like you're changing your future path. Again, pay attention to the things you're given. You'll see. Pay attention to the things that come to light, especially regarding people close to you. People you work with as well, proposals or opportunities, because I feel like something's going to come to light, and it's closely related to money matters, investments, and financial opportunities that may also come to you from outside. So there's a matter here of opening your eyes and seeing the truth. Choose which path you want to take. What things no longer make sense to you, or that you feel have already served their purpose. It's like, this is done. I'm leaving this behind now. I feel like this has run its course, and I'm moving toward what can make me shine. I feel like the energy is there, like change. I see you, Aries, as very determined to grow. I see you as very determined to connect with your self-esteem, to say, well, here I am presence. I know what I'm worth, but for that, there's something I have to let go of. Okay, let's see. Let's see what we have, Aries. In the Oracle, this is the Egyptian Oracle. Now, for your advice or message, let's go. Aries, Here you have the twilight. This is card 18. This is the moon. Here we have Uranus in Scorpio. Well, with this card, pay attention because there's a shadow here, and this kind of tells us about the projections we make, the well-known shadow projection. What is it that we are projecting onto another person or onto an external situation?
Que
It involves a shadow of ours, but one that we don't recognize. This is how I project something from my unconscious onto another person or onto a situation outside of myself, but I don't recognize it. I don't recognize that it's mine, that I have projected that from my unconscious. So it's a bit about seeing that we also create reality, that we also project lights and shadows in this case. What we see is a reflection of what's happening inside us. I feel that with this energy, what this energy is doing right now is greatly increasing your intuition, your ability to emotionally sense situations and say, this doesn't feel right, this does feel right, it's not so logical. I feel that you may go through a few days with mysterious situations, or situations where you think, hey, this doesn't feel right, this doesn't add up, because there's uncertainty or doubt. You're going through a lunar phase where many secrets may be coming to light, information that may be revealed that's pretty intense, things that you start to realize. But to really understand this energy, let's go back to what we've said.
el tema
The key is shadow projection. What am I projecting from my unconscious onto someone else or another situation? What is that situation telling me about myself? Dear Aries, this is what we have seen for all of you. Have a beautiful day and see you here next time.